I have been asked to talk about dating, romantic relationships, and liking someone. These are all topics that I'm not very familiar with, or that I really even think. Actually, I don't think about these things almost never. Um, I don't know why. I don't have a drive really for dating or being in a romantic relationship. I know a few people, some friends of mine, that have that drive, that really get it, like, I don't know, not obsessed, of course, but that are interested in these kinds of things, and they're like, sure. I mean, most of them are extroverts, but sure, do your own thing. Um, the point being, if this person is asking for advice, which by the way it was a request made like 6 months ago or more. I just noticed it actually. Um, if you are like asking for advice on dating or romantic relationships, you've come to the wrong person. But sure, I'll give you some of my advice or my experience, I guess. Um, when I dated, or the few times that I dated, it was very interesting. I have very good standards on people, I think. It's very rare for me to even like people, but when I do, um, they are usually very interesting, and I can get something from them, and they can get something from me. Um, I don't know, it was always very interesting, and I don't really have any regrets, fortunately. I know a few people that regret, even having met some people, which, I mean, it's really their choice, but um, I don't have any regrets like that. I'm still friends with those people, and I think they were amazing at that time, and I don't have anything negative to say about them or any idea wrong of them. Um, I would say, for INTPs, because I mean, not all people are the same, and not all INTPs are the same, but at least you are maybe closer to me than I am to other people of the same MBTI, of course. So, um, I don't know, a brief help for INTPs, because we are usually very, or at least I am very selective with people, and very, I'm extremely introverted, by the way. I'm very secluded, very, very secluded. Um, I really like my alone time. So not having someone to mess with that, with my schedule of not doing anything, is very important to me. So I would probably give us a weird advice. Find another introvert, someone that understands what being alone means to you and to them, of course, and that respects that alone time. Um, that isn't always expecting something of you, like going out and being with other people all the time and partying and all of that. I mean, if you are into that, then sure. I mean, it's your thing. I don't really like this, like, really energetic places and parties and drinking, and I mean, I can surely do it with a few friends, but not with many people. Um, so yeah, back to dating. When I dated, it was very interesting, but that was it, I guess. I mean, the people that I dated um, they were intellectually sound. I guess that's, I mean, it's a weird way to put it, but they were, they knew a few things. They were intelligent per se. They had interesting stories to share. They had interesting experiences. They knew a few topics that I really had no idea about. Um, I shared information with them. They shared information with me. Um, it was fun. It was really fun. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was worth it for both sides, I hope. So, on romantic relationships, like I said, like I don't really have a drive for romantic relationships or dating in general. Um, I I don't know. I really don't care about these topics. Um, I like being like on my own and just if I want something with someone, then sure. I really also that thing of wanting someone with something with someone is kind of always struck me as weird. I mean, it either happens naturally or organically or it's kind of weird. I mean, if you're actively looking for it, it's almost like actively being looking for trouble. Like, I hope you understand what I mean. It's why would you look for love? It should happen organically. It should happen naturally. Looking for love, it's almost like expecting to be disappointed because if you are that not desperate for love, but if you really need that so badly, I think your likelihood of making a bad decision and then ending up with a bad partner increases. So I don't know. Let it happen organically. Don't force it. Don't massacre yourself with it too either. Um, so yeah, I mean, on romantic relationships, to me, it's just let it happen organically. Just let it be. Your your likings will eventually probably find a good person for you or to you. Um, the few times that I liked someone, um, I already probably repeated myself, but they were interesting. They were people that I could have a conversation with that had either the same likings as me or actually completely opposite likings, and um, that I really like to talk about. I am very interested in what other people may be interested in, as long as it is interesting. Even if it's the complete opposite of something that I believe in or that I don't believe in, as long as it's interesting, then sure, it will be an interesting conversation. I will ask questions, they will probably respond, and I think it's always very interesting to find someone that has completely different opinions on life or different philosophies, different ways of seeing the world, um, different ways of being in life. People from different cultures are usually very interesting too, because they have their own thing per se. They have their own ideas of life and how things happen and why. And I am I think I'm completely not superstitious about anything. I mean, I don't believe in the supernatural and believe in anything. I'm pretty sure that the natural is all that you can count on, and it's the only thing demonstrable. If you go to the realms of the supernatural, then you're no longer talking about reality per se, you are talking about something else. I'm bringing this up because I dated someone that was a bit superstitious when we started dating, and over time, I think that she maybe changed a bit of that, but it was probably the most interesting relationship that I had, or that she was a bit of the opposite of me, and it worked perfectly for a while. It was really interesting. Um, so to finish, I think it's if you're an INTP, just let it happen organically. Like find someone that, or don't find someone because if I tell you to find someone, it's not happening organically. But be yourself, and people will come to you, or you will go to them, dependingly, of course. Um, but yeah, my advice would probably be don't worry about it. Just let it happen organically. Don't be like some of my friends that really it looks like life is just that. It's just talking about dating and past um, boyfriends and girlfriends. I think it's such a boring topic. There's so much more to talk about than just that. Um, be careful with whom you date. I mean, if you have good interest and if you have a good, um, if you are wise, I guess, you will find someone that you will not regret dating with. I think that's the point of dating, isn't it? It's getting something from it. It's here, in my opinion. So, yeah, I really don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So, I will finish the video. Thanks for the topic.